University Hospital, diagnosed with COVID-19 on March 22nd, his 40th birthday. After participating in a Feinstein Institute's clinical trial that studied treatments for COVID-19 patients, Adam soon began to recover.
I was feeling significantly better, and then it was time to go home. So I went home. I still had to be quarantined for a week.
A second lease on life for Lilling, who underwent a life-saving surgery during birth at the same medical facility nearly 4 decades earlier.
When I was born, I had an issue with my pancreas, and the doctors did an experimental surgery to save my life. They diagnosed this when I was in the hospital.
Overcome with gratitude, Lilling wanted a way to give back.
I'm eternally grateful to everyone at Northwell, all the doctors, all the nurses.
Through a fundraiser on Northwell's community fundraiser website, Adam raised more than $10,000 for medical supplies and PPE for Northwell care teams. One patient showing gratitude for the community of healthcare workers who saved his life not once, but twice.
I really feel like the luckiest guy in the whole world, and I really love my family, and I got a lot more living to do.
All right, and that was Janae Norman reporting. Well, 2 mothers are getting to meet their newborn babies for the first time after recovering from the coronavirus. In New York, Yanira Soriano had an emergency C-section on April 2nd while in a medically induced coma for COVID-19. Wow. Well, she just met her son, Walter, for the very first time Wednesday. And in Washington, Angela Primachenko was able to hold baby Ava for the first time Wednesday after delivering her 15 days ago while also in a coma.
Wow, that is so crazy.
I can't imagine that.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, I've been through childbirth twice, and I can't imagine having to.
I'm sure you were very much conscious during that, yeah.
Well, anyway, this morning's top stories and a full hour of Island News starts right now.
Now, from KITV4 Island News, this is Good Morning Hawaii.
Right now on Good Morning Hawaii, 2 clusters of cases are growing as more people test positive for COVID-19, while dozens at a Maui hospital are still waiting for results.
Plus, Governor Ige takes more emergency action to stop the spread. We have more on the long list of new rules that are now in effect.
And public school students will be staying at home while graduating seniors find new ways to celebrate their accomplishments.
All right, a lot of news to get to today. Thanks for joining us. The Department of Health reported 12 new cases of COVID-19. That brings our state total to 553. Good morning. Happy Saturday. I'm Tom George.
Aloha, I'm Annalisa Burgos. Let's give you the breakdown on that. That's 380 people on Oahu, 102 in Maui County, 44 on the Big Island, 21 on Kauai, and 6 people diagnosed out of state. 48 people are in the hospital, while 390 were released from isolation.
This outbreak appears to be the result of a single person who went to work while ill and actually continued to work while they were ill. We'll continue to urge people to stay at home if you're sick. That's probably the most important thing you can do.
Yeah, good advice there. And meanwhile, another person has tested positive for COVID-19 at Maui Memorial Hospital, raising the cluster total there to at least 23 now. The Department of Health says 42 people at Maui Memorial are under investigation right now. That includes 27 staff members and also 15 patients.
Over on the Big Island, another case has been linked to the cluster at 2 McDonald's restaurants in Kailua Kona. So far, 14 people have tested positive for COVID-19, and that includes 7 workers and 7 members of one family. Both locations are temporarily closed.
Well, if you're on Oahu and you're experiencing COVID-19 symptoms, today there will be drive-through testing in Laie at the Polynesian Cultural Center. Also tomorrow over at Kaka'ako Waterfront Park. Monday, you can get tested at Koko Head District Park. And next Wednesday, April 22nd, testing will be available in Wahiawa. That's going to be at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Now, all of those sites will be open from 9 o'clock in the morning until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And if you want to go, you don't need insurance. You see the numbers right on your screen there. For more information, you can call those numbers with Premier Medical Group. And meanwhile, on Maui, there will be another round of drive-through testing today in Hana. Those testing hours are going to be from 8 in the morning, an hour from now, until 3 at the Hana Ballpark. The first hour is going to be strictly for essential workers, though.
Hawaii went from having one of the lowest unemployment rates in the nation to now having the highest with 37% unemployed.
Well, more than 240,000 people have applied for unemployment since March 1st. The record number led Governor Ige to sign his 5th emergency supplemental proclamation. A lot of people hurting for that. The list of changes also are in effect now. It includes no evictions.
Yeah, Governor Ige said he wants to help renters who might be struggling to make ends meet. Anybody who can't pay their rent, a lease, or another related charge like your utilities or your taxes can't be kicked out. Now, that moratorium is scheduled to run until the end of this month, but it could be extended.
We chose the April date because that's what we're targeting our mandates at this point. I have been in conversations with the mayors, and we are looking at extending those mandates and looking at what would occur in the month of May.
Now, anybody who violates that moratorium faces a $5,000 fine or up to a year in jail.
Well, the governor also made it mandatory for everyone across the state to wear a cloth mask in public. The only exception is while exercising outdoors, but you still have to maintain social distancing. All beaches are now shut down as well. No one is allowed to sit, stand, lounge, sunbathe, or hang out on shore. You can still walk across the sand for ocean activities such as surfing, swimming, and paddleboarding. And there will be no more group hikes unless everybody is from the same household. That rule applies to other outdoor activities too. If you go with a buddy to stay safe, you have to be at least 20 feet apart.
So a lot of people have been asking about fishing. Same goes for that. Fishing in state waters will only be allowed in pairs, just like hiking. Like we just said, bigger groups are allowed as long as all members are from the same family or the same household. As for boating, if you want to hit the water, recreational boaters will have to go alone, with family, or in pairs. Social distancing is required on board, and boats need to stay at least 20 feet apart. And after hearing all that, if you could use a nice drink, this latest proclamation also lets food establishments with a liquor license sell unopened beer, wine, or prepackaged cocktails for delivery and takeout. All those new rules are in effect until the end of this month.
All right, time now, 7:05 a.m. Public school students will be staying home for the rest of the school year. KITV4's TJ Horgan has more on the Department of Education's latest plans.
There are no school cancellations, at least not this year. Superintendent Dr. Christina Kishimoto announced at Governor David Ige's press conference the current distance learning approach will be carried out through the remainder of the school year.
Students who are not performing on grade level do have the opportunity right now to work with their teachers individually. Teachers are working with students across our state to make sure that all of our students promote and graduate.
And still no traditional commencement ceremony for the roughly 11,000 seniors, but they will get some kind of aloha.
We know in some of our smaller communities, they're talking about maybe drive-through graduations, or it's going to be a whole variety of things, and I'm excited to see what the different schools come up with. It is going to be a school-by-school decision.
Food service for students will continue across the state, and Dr. Kishimoto also announced the creation of a telehealth hotline.
At the end of April, all of our Hawaii Keiki nurses who are partners with the Department of Education, they're going to start a hotline program that will be a referral system for DOE students.
Hawaii State Teachers Association President Corey Rosenlee expressed relief that a decision was made with regards to the school year. For some teachers, he says announcements cemented the reality of a new normal.
When I said goodbye to them on March 13th, I didn't think that it was the end of the year. And I missed my students tremendously, but sorry. But this decision will keep them safe.
TJ Horgan, KITV4 Island News.
And just seeing so much emotion from teachers, I mean, it's really hard on the students, but also the teachers. They really miss each other and they really want to learn, and it's hard for them not being in the classroom.
Yeah,
so.
My kids definitely miss their teachers and their classmates. Shout out to Hokulani. Woo!
Hey, there you go.
I know you guys are doing such a good job all across the state, so keep it up, guys.
Yeah, and getting creative with distance learning and trying to keep in touch with the kids. Yeah. So hopefully we'll all be back next school year. All right, well, time now 7:07, and we're seeing some positive stories emerge out of the coronavirus crisis. We'll show you how communities are coming together all across the country.
Plus, the heartwarming moment, a COVID-19 survivor got discharged from Straub Medical Center. Don't go away. Good Morning Hawaii. We'll be right back.
From little red envelopes on Chinese New Year to their first allowance, Pearl Hawaii's Momi's Money account is perfect for teaching Keiki 12 and under to save. Open your account at pearlhawaii.com. Upgrade you.
Did you know the virus that causes the disease, COVID-19, can survive on wood, metal, and plastic for days?
Get peace of mind today and call Oahu Termite and Pest Control. We'll wipe out this life-threatening virus from your home, hospital, school, or place of business. Our strict protocols and EPA-approved disinfectant are proven to destroy the coronavirus. When it's really important, you want the professionals from Oahu Termite and Pest Control. We'll help protect what matters most to you.
Call us today for our coronavirus disinfecting services.
From the smallest cottage to the largest house on the block, Wisteria Lane has something for everyone. Transform your home with one of our wide selection of flooring, a luxurious look for the everyday homeowner, and with an unbeatable pricing. Visit Wisteria Lane today.
Pets. What would we do without them? Unconditional love. What could be better? At Kalihi Pet Center, we have a variety of adorable and, unusual pets looking for a home. Puppies, rabbits, exotic fish, reptiles, chinchillas, and the largest collection of exotic birds in Hawaii. Our shelves are stocked with pet products and novelties. There's a pet here waiting just for you. Kalihi Pet Center in Kapalama City Square Shopping Center.
This is our home. We've never seen it look quite like this.
But there's no mistaking it.
And it's our job to protect it.
Because the best people to fight for our communities
are those within them.
So if you've just bought a Volkswagen or were thinking of buying sometime soon, we're here to help with the community-driven promise.
Welcome back. Time now, 7:09 a.m. Some morning shakas for you. Nursing grads get a big surprise. Plexiglass is bringing loved ones together, and a FedEx delivery driver saves the day for a bride and groom.
Yeah, here's Daryl Forges with some stories that'll make you smile today.
College graduation was canceled for 74 seniors at St. Joseph's School of Nursing, but that did not stop the public from celebrating their accomplishments. Family members, friends, and others surprised the seniors on their last day with signs and a big round of applause, showing these new RNs that their hard work and dedication isn't forgotten.
I really wanted to have a graduation, but this has exceeded any expectations of a graduation. This is so meaningful to me.
A California nursing home thinking outside the box. Rockville Terrace Senior Living in Fairfield created a plexiglass cubicle for their 140 residents to continue in-person visits from friends and family.
We've had several family members who didn't think they were going to get to see their loved ones on birthdays, and we've had many tears.
Finally, check out this story. A North Carolina FedEx driver serves as an unofficial ring bearer. Savannah Kalinick and Dylan Perkins' wedding plans changed dramatically due to COVID-19, but they quickly planned a smaller ceremony. The day before the wedding, the couple discovered the company that made Dylan's ring had reopened and shipped the wedding band overnight. The ceremony was at 3 p.m., but the ring wasn't expected to arrive until 4:30. The couple left a note on the door for FedEx driver Joe Engel, who rushed over and delivered the ring right before the couple said "I do."
She immediately turned and started running towards me. We kind of met down the beach, and I just handed it over to her and said, "Congratulations."
Wow, talk about being right on time. Now, Engel's been praised for his heroic delivery, but he says he was just doing his job. I'm Daryl Forges reporting.
And a 99-year-old World War II veteran raised millions of dollars for doctors on the front lines of the pandemic. Captain Tom Moore's original goal was to raise a little over $1,000 by walking 100 laps around his 82-foot garden, all before his 100th birthday. Now, the simple act inspired donors, and he finished this week just before his birthday on April 30th. He raised almost $14 million for the National Health Service in the UK.
All right, take a look at this. This is something that we love to see back here at home. Straub Medical Center is celebrating a patient who just beat a 3-week battle with COVID-19. You see him right there. Paul Greenslade was admitted back on March 24th, and he finally got discharged yesterday. Look at that. He spent more than a week on a ventilator in the intensive care unit. He and his wife flew into Honolulu from England before those travel restrictions began. They've been coming to Hawaii for the past 16 years, staying for 7 weeks at a time. Good to escape the England cold in Hawaii, but this year's trip became one they'll never forget.
They said the chances of me surviving have lowered.
Very, very low.
And so, anyway, I didn't know this. My wife did, but I didn't. Anyway, slowly I turned around, and slowly they brought me out of it.
We would just like to thank the hospital and all the staff because they've been absolutely wonderful.
Saved my life.
Wow, and a round of applause. And
he deserves it.
Yeah, absolutely. And get this, on top of all that, Paul just celebrated his 79th birthday on Thursday. He said Straub hooked it up. They gave him a cake and a card. He's now been reunited with his wife. He's resting and recovering at a friend's house on the island.
And happy birthday to him. So important to share those stories of recovery.
Yeah, just seeing the emotion there, and it's great for the nurses too. Give them some hope there. All right, well, time now 7:14. Coming up, the 808 well represented in this year's NFL Draft. KATV4's TJ Horgan chatted with some of the draft's biggest hopefuls. He's got a preview of this year's class.
Plus, the state offers several free programs if you're out of work and need help making ends meet. The Director of Human Services tells us about some of those resources. Stay with us. You're watching Good Morning Hawaii.
This segment of KITV4 Island News is sponsored by Spectrum.
So, what's the plan?
You jump in there, the drought ends, and then the crops grow.
Okay, what if instead we just built something that would get the water from the river down to the fields, like with tubes or something?
Well, everybody walked all the way up here, so...
Go on, get on with it!
In you go.
No, you're right.
Eventually, somebody realizes there's a better way to do things, like a mobile service with the fastest overall speeds. Now with 5G, it's a better way to mobile. It's Spectrum Mobile.
When we face adversity, we find a way through it. It's about taking care of each other. It's the small parts that make a big difference. At Chevy, we promise to do ours. We're offering current Chevy owners OnStar Crisis Assist services and complimentary Wi-Fi data. To help keep you on the road, the Chevy Certified Service Experts are here and ready to help if you require parts, maintenance, or repairs. You can even schedule your service appointments online. It's just our way of doing our part.
All of us want to have that youthful, spunkful energy that we used to. The Gains Wave at the Activation Clinic, they just use sound waves to promote tissue growth. I kind of like that it's just pain-free, and I didn't have to pop any prescription medicine pills, and it was a very fast procedure.
I noticed a significant improvement in my performance in bed. My wife said, wow. It definitely makes me a happier person, I would say, overall.
Reclaim your sexual confidence. Call us today for a private consultation.
For the best plate lunch in town, it's gotta be Cow Cow Grill. Located in Mapunapuna and open Monday through Saturday for lunch. Cow Cow Grill specializes in local flavors and ono grinds, including garlic shrimp, garlic ahi, pulehu, and baby back ribs. Cow Cow Grill is still offering takeout on their entire menu. Please call at least a half hour in advance before you pick up your order. We can even text you our menu. Pick up at 852 Mapunapuna Street, now open from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
This is Good Morning Hawaii.
All right, welcome back. Well, we need something to look forward to, and sports is going to be back sooner, hopefully, rather than later. And NFL Draft now less than a week away. KITV4's TJ Horgan joining us live in studio. And we all wish we could actually be in the 9th Island, but of course everything's kind of a change of plans. It's all online, but the draft coming up this week, and some big-time Hawaii ties this year, right?
You're right, Tom.
of firepower from the 808, looking to make a name for themselves in the NFL, which is why next Wednesday at 7:30 p.m., the night before the draft, we'll be premiering a KITV4 special, The Draft Fate of the 808. Of course, KITV4's Robert Kekala went one-on-one with this man you're seeing right here. St. Louis graduate, Alabama quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, Heisman Trophy nominee, a national champion, a future NFL quarterback, and proud to be from Hawaii. Tua told us he's routinely talking to Hawaii's tight circle of pro athletes.
Guys who've made it big in other sports as well. I mean, we're all a family. When one makes it big from Hawaii, it's like everybody makes it big. So when one's successful, everyone's successful.
Tua name dropped Shane Victorino, of course, who won a World Series with my Boston Red Sox, as well as UFC fighter Max Holloway, who makes some great TikToks for what it's worth. I want to just be a part of that group chat, Tom.
Hey, I'm a Red Sox fan too, so if you can make that happen, I want in that as well. But in the meantime, TJ, the fate of the 808 special on KITV4, we're also hearing from Tua's agent, right? I mean, we all hear, show me the money, that's part of the equation.
Absolutely. Show me the money. KITV4's Rick Kwan went one-on-one with Lee Steinberg. He indeed is Tua's agent, so that is going to be covered in the Fate of the 808 special night before the draft.
Looking forward to it. Before you go, though, TJ, any sleepers we should look at?
Yeah, so sleeper name might not be ringing so many bells right now, not a flashy name, but Lelehua's own Netane Muti. He went to Fresno State for college, and he's not ringing too many bells of more the mainstream flashy fan because his last 2 years he was injured. Didn't play 2 full seasons, his sophomore and junior seasons, but an absolute beast of an interior lineman. Give me Netane Muti all day for a guy. A few years from now, you're going to wish you knew his name.
All right, you heard it here first. TJ Horgan with a recap of the NFL draft coming up this week. All right, thanks, TJ. All right, now let's head on over to Allison with a look at your weather.
Good morning, Hawaii. We have partly sunny skies and dry conditions in our forecast. Taking a look at our Doppler radar right now, we can see some cloud coverage, especially for windward areas. That's where we'll have the most moisture for today. Taking a look at Oahu, dry conditions with a little bit of moisture for those windward and Mauka spots. Again, the highest chances of rain will be there because of our trade winds. And looking across the islands, seeing also dry conditions for this morning. We have light trade winds in place around 10 to 15 miles per hour. We are expecting our trade winds to pick up and fluctuate throughout the day with even lighter winds, though, in store for tomorrow. Today, partly cloudy morning. Again, a windward shower is possible, maybe some hit or miss rains for those typical areas with sunny skies this afternoon. Our daytime high is 85 degrees and temperatures will be nice and warm because of those light winds. Mostly clear skies tonight and a warmer evening ahead with, again, those light winds dropping down to 5 to 10 miles per hour coming in from the east. Our overnight low is 70 degrees. I'll have more on what we can expect for tomorrow's forecast and for the remainder of our week later on in the show. But for right now, you're watching Good Morning Hawaii.
Accurate weather forecasts with meteorologist Pete Caggiano on KITV4 Island News.
Hey guys, we don't have a big commercial plan for this, but on behalf of Domino's Hawaii, we wanted to say that we are staying safe, keeping sanitized, and working hard to serve you, our neighbors, during these very trying times. As a locally owned company, we know there are people looking for work, and we're hiring as many in our community as we can right now. Until this quarantine ends, we're offering free delivery to help keep everyone safe and home. We're all in this together, so stay safe out there. And we look forward to our next big sporting event where we can celebrate together as one.
At UHA Health Insurance, we support smart solutions that benefit our members while protecting physicians.
With COVID-19 around, telehealth lets you see your physician while keeping you safe at home.
And UHA covers 100% of the copay for all telehealth appointments. Call your physician's office to find out what telehealth services they offer.
If you have questions, we're here to help. Stay safe, take care of each other, and use telehealth.
We're UHA Health, a health insurer founded by physicians.
As an essential business, Island Mobility Solutions provides safety and peace of mind for our kupuna. This is extremely important now that many find themselves complying with the stay-at-home, work-from-home initiative statewide. We retrofit and service customized equipment and home enhancements to assist our kupuna's daily activities. This includes stair lifts, car lifts, tub cutouts, and more. Call us today for a free estimate. We're all in this together.
Weathering any storm. For nearly 125 years, that's been Bank of Hawaii's promise. Today, we're facing a new storm, the coronavirus. So to safeguard the health of you and your family, we offer technology that lets you bank online from the safety of home and the comfort of knowing your money's federally insured at one of America's safest banks. For generations, Hawaii has weathered many storms. Together as one Ohana, we can and will weather this one.
KITV4 Island News, sponsored by Bank of Hawaii.
This is Good Morning Hawaii.
Welcome back. Hawaii residents can use all the help they can get when it comes to making ends meet during the coronavirus pandemic. Joining me now is the director of the Department of Human Services, Pankaj Banat. He oversees a lot of the different programs that are available to residents in need. Thank you so much for joining us, Pankaj.
Good to meet you and good to be with you, Annalisa.
This is such an important time, and you offer such important services for our residents who are struggling during the COVID-19 pandemic. I know broadly there are so many assistance programs. What is the most important one that you think people should know about?
At this point, I think I would like to focus on our COVID-19 related programs that or services that are available during this period is Medicaid. The Quest program, that is our healthcare insurance program. We have the healthcare program available for our residents who got recently unemployed and are looking for healthcare. They have a couple of options available to them. One option is that they can apply for the federal healthcare at the healthcare.gov at the federal level, and they can also apply for Quest, which is our healthcare program. It's a Medicaid program. They can apply for that as well. We encourage them to apply for at healthcare.gov or apply at our Quest webpage. Apply for it. Don't do your own eligibility. That is one thing I'm urging all Hawaii residents is to not do their own eligibility. Please apply on the federal webpage or apply on the Quest webpage and let us determine eligibility, because the eligibility is very nuanced and very complicated. It depends on the income, household composition, and many other things. So a lot of the recently unemployed or people and people who have got reduction in their hours may be eligible for healthcare insurance from Quest or from the federal exchange.
Is the system available and ready to handle more applications coming in?
There is an increase of close to 40 to 60% increase in the number of Medicaid applications that we have received. And we have already enrolled more than 10,000 Hawaii residents on Medicaid. We have a very sophisticated and very streamlined system to receive applications and to process applications and authorize the benefits. Our system is a modern system, and we can take any load that is going to come to us. It is very streamlined. If they apply online and they are able to provide all the information that we need to determine eligibility, we can turn around this position within 24 hours. They can go to the specific website for MedQuest, for the Quest healthcare coverage, and that is www.mybenefits.hawaii.gov. Over the phone, they can call in at 1-877-628-5076. And of course, they can send it via mail, a U.S. mail to the office that is closest to them. These addresses are available on the website.
And you just mentioned also the child care services that are still available for people. Tell us briefly about that.
Childcare is a very critical service especially during this time where you have your first responders and you have your essential workers who are providing valuable services during this time. So what we have done is we have expanded and waived certain requirements related to childcare in a normal circumstance that we apply to our programs. We have waived a lot of those either through the federal waiver or through the governor's executive order. It is to ensure that essential workers have access to care. So that information is also available on humanservices.hawaii.gov. People can go there, they can find the information about their eligibility. People can find information about which sites are open today on different islands. We have 100 sites that are currently providing childcare on Oahu. We have 30 sites on Big Island. We have around 15 to 18 sites on Maui and 12 to 15 sites on the island of Kauai providing these services.
They can not worry about what's happening with their children and do their jobs to protect all of us.
I am really very thankful for our provider community to be open and available during this difficult time, because this is the time where we all need to make sure that our communities are fully supported. We are living through the most unprecedented and challenging time. It required us to be nimble, to be flexible, to be open to creative and innovative ideas so we can be responsive to the needs of our communities.
Good, and we'll have all of that information that you mentioned on our website, KITV.com. Thank you so much, Pankaj Banot, for joining us, the Director of the Department of Human Services, and thank you so much for you and your team for helping all the residents out there in need.
You're welcome, and thank you for bringing this important message to the community.
All right, and Good Morning Hawaii. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Weathering any storm. For nearly 125 years, that's been Bank of Hawaii's promise. Today, we're facing a new storm, the coronavirus. So to safeguard the health of you and your family, we offer technology that lets you bank online from the safety of home and the comfort of knowing your money's federally insured at one of America's safest banks. For generations, Hawaii has weathered many storms. Together as one Ohana, we can and will weather this one.
Because of these uncertain times, we've made it easy for you to purchase your vehicle without leaving the comfort of your home. Once you're satisfied with your deal, we'll deliver your vehicle to your home. We also have special financing available, as low as 0% on selected vehicles. Please call us at 808-247-8544 or visit us online at HondaWindward.com. Please take care of yourselves and each other.
Honda Windward.
Perfect. Thank you for choosing our home. Here's a list of our favorite spots to help you live like a local. And here is our Spectrum Wi-Fi password and a channel guide to help you settle in.
Did you say Spectrum? Experience the fastest starting speeds for the price with Spectrum Internet. At 200 megabits per second, you'll enjoy faster surfing, streaming, and gaming. Switch to Spectrum Internet for $44.99 a month. Call 643-9292. Then lose yourself in the best in entertainment with more HD and more free on demand. With thousands of free titles to choose from and the best in live TV, there's always something on. Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Plus, download the Spectrum TV app for more ways to watch. Call 643-9292.
It happened again. You guys were supposed to leave yesterday.
Is that my robe?
Is it?
Lose yourself in the best internet and TV with Spectrum. Switch now from $44.99 a month each, all with no contracts. Call 643-9292.
Now, from KITV4 Island News, this is Good Morning Hawaii.
Welcome back. Time now, 7:31 a.m. As the death toll from the coronavirus continues to rise in the U.S., some states are beginning to outline their plans to reopen.
Yeah, but as Mark Stewart reports, concerns about testing availability, we've heard a lot about that in Hawaii as well, is a key focus.
This past week, our country's deadliest since the coronavirus pandemic began. The impact still intensifying in some places. The number of people killed by COVID-19 in New Jersey nearly doubling since last week.
This is now more than 5 times the number of New Jerseyans we lost on 9/11.
Residents of nursing homes accounting for 40% of deaths in that state, 50% in Massachusetts. In some communities, including Southern California, healthcare workers are still fighting for the protective equipment they need to safely treat patients.
I'm worried, potentially every day that my body may start exhibiting some new symptoms that I wasn't experiencing.
And these striking images in Washington, D.C., a call for PPEs. Concerns about the availability of testing also a key focus as states work out strategies to restart the economy.
Our best scientists and health experts assess that states today have enough tests to implement the criteria of phase 1 if they choose to do so.
Texas, one of those first states planning to reopen some stores this upcoming week for curbside pickups only.
We must put health and safety first.
Protesters in several other states defying stay-at-home orders, insisting they be lifted now.
The reopening is open the beaches, no restrictions, let people practice, safe hygiene, social distancing, whatever, at their own discretion. Individual responsibility and liberty. That's what this country was built on.
President Trump offering his support.
These are people expressing their views. I see where they are and I see the way they're working. They seem to be very responsible people to me.
And hoping to reopen more than just businesses soon.
I think the schools are going to be open sooner rather than later.
The president also announcing $19 billion now allocated to help farmers and ranchers. Some of that money going towards buying products to stock food banks like this one in San Antonio, helping to keep families like Matthew Cerna's afloat.
Nobody likes it when your kids ask what's for dinner and you're not sure what to tell them.
Mark Stewart, ABC News, New York.
Well, meanwhile, Republicans and Democrats in Congress are battling over providing more funding for small businesses. As Rachel Scott reports, this comes after the initial emergency loan program ran out of money.
This morning, with no deal on the next relief package, thousands of struggling small businesses are in limbo.
I'm worried about my people, and it's frustrating when I feel like my hands are tied to take care of them.
The government's rescue loan fund is out of money. The roughly $350 billion Paycheck Protection Program was designed to cover 8 weeks of payroll expenses, helping companies keep their workers. With the money maxed out, the Trump administration has asked Congress to approve an additional $250 billion.
Will this next relief package be enough?
It's going to get us to a point that's going to be rather beautiful. We think that will be the point, and it could be they want more, but maybe at a certain point we're going to stop. It's been a tremendous success. It's been executed flawlessly. And so essentially we're waiting for $250 billion. The Democrats are refusing to do it.
Democrats are pushing to add extra funding for hospitals, food assistance, and state and local governments.
So you need it to be a little more comprehensive than just giving money to one small business program.
Republicans signaling they are willing to compromise.
And Leader McCarthy said they're now considering also adding more funding for hospitals.
So I'm with that all the way. If they want to add hospitals, we could also add it into phase 4 if we do a phase 4.
But as lawmakers negotiate, some business owners are already considering going under.
The money's out and I've got to shutter my business. At this point, I've got no faith left in the federal government to exercise any sort of meaningful relief for small businesses.
And that was Rachel Scott reporting. Back here at home, state senators are accusing the governor's chief of staff, Linda Chu Takayama, of censoring information on the COVID-19 pandemic. The Senate COVID-19 committee threatened to take a vote of no confidence, claiming they were kept in the dark about a proposed 20% pay cut for state workers. But Takayama defended herself, saying there's a delay in communication because she's trying to get the right information out.
You just said the governor is aware of what you're doing, but do you know that the community and the state is not aware of you as appointed and we are elected officials that cannot get the proper information because you want to make sure it's right? They don't elect you, Linda. They elected us.
Yeah, definitely a heated hearing right there. And Takayama told the senators no decision has been made on those pay cuts, obviously generating a lot of controversy, and the state is trying to find other ways to make up that estimated $1.5 billion shortfall.
Yeah, the committee really holding the officials accountable for what's happening, and so that's good to see. And those meetings are actually televised to public, so you can always tune in for that. Well, meantime, the time now, 7:36 a.m., still ahead. See how retesting positive for COVID-19 is leaving some patients in limbo.
Plus, you know about unemployment benefits, stimulus checks, and small business loans, but there's a federal program you might have overlooked. Time now, 7:37. We'll tell you all about it coming up next on Good Morning Hawaii. Stay with us.
Stay up to date on traffic and weather with Tasia Worley, weekday mornings on KITV4 Island News.
Aloha, I'm Susie Schulberg, President and CEO of the Arcadia family of companies. Like you, we are adapting to the rapid spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. A shining beacon within our community during these uncertain times are the frontline healthcare warriors who are working selflessly to protect the lives of our precious kapuna. As we continue to live aloha, please remember to take care of one another, be kind to one another, and know that we will get through this together. Mahalo.
Protect your home from Hawaii's next severe weather event with a new roof from Kapili Roofing. Local, family-owned Kapili Roofing has been providing peace of mind one roof at a time for over a decade. From small repairs to large commercial re-roofing projects, Kapili Roofing has the knowledge and experience to install a roof you can count on for years. Ask about our GAF Master Elite warranty and how you can earn up to 40,000 Hawaiian Air miles with a new roof.
Kapili Roofing, building peace of mind, one roof at a time.
At UHA Health Insurance, we support smart solutions that benefit our members while protecting physicians.
With COVID-19 around, telehealth lets you see your physician while keeping you safe at home.
And UHA covers 100% of the copay for all telehealth appointments. Call your physician's office to find out what telehealth services they offer.
If you have questions, we're here to help. Stay safe, take care of each other, and use telehealth.
We're UHA Health, a health insurer founded by physicians.
It's obvious that waste is ridiculous. Why don't we think the same about wasting energy? Find out how you can be smarter with your energy at smallkindridiculous.org.
Paul Drews, news and weather, weekends on KITV4 Island News.
This is Good Morning Hawaii.
Welcome back. The time now 7:39, and in South Korea, nearly 2% of patients test positive for coronavirus again after they already recovered.
Yeah, really disturbing news. As Paula Hancock reports, the country's health officials are investigating the cause.
Jin Kim tested positive for coronavirus 3 weeks ago after returning from the United States. He's been in hospital ever since. One negative test this week gave him hope he had recovered, but the next day he tested positive again. A patient needs 2 negatives in a row to be considered recovered, but Kim says even after he's discharged, he will self-isolate for 2 weeks to protect his family.
If my virus activates again, I need to go hospital again, and at the time my family should do self-isolation again.
It's a concern around the world, cases of testing positive after appearing to have recovered from the virus. Deputy Director of Korea's CDC says there are 4 possible explanations.
First of all, just a weakened immunity, and second is found just the remnants of viral particle and the possible test error. Also, the finally reactivation of the very low undetectable level of viral particle.
Kwon says tests on a family of 3 who retested positive have already been completed, and there is no evidence of the live virus still in their bodies. He believes remnants of the dead virus is the most likely explanation at this point. He also says there's no indication recovered patients are contagious when they retest positive.
Until now, there is no danger of further secondary or tertiary transmission.
Kwon hopes to know more in about 2 weeks once tests have finished on well over 100 other cases where people have recovered then tested positive. Half of them, he says, had no symptoms. The KCDC has now changed its guidelines, recommending that all recovered patients self-isolate for a further 2 weeks, just in case. They also say that they're going to start testing 400 recovered patients from this weekend to check levels of antibodies in an attempt to see what kind of immunity, if any, having this virus will give you. For Kim, it's just a case of waiting.
How are you feeling at the moment?
Actually, after I got tested positive of COVID-19, I was frustrated, but now I'm feeling better.
Paula Hancock's CNN Seoul.
Yeah, definitely scary to see people testing positive again. Well, meanwhile, if you're on Oahu and experiencing COVID-19 symptoms, there are a number of drive-through test sites being conducted. Now, today, there'll be drive-through testing in Laie at the Polynesian Cultural Center, tomorrow over at Kaka'ako Waterfront Park, Monday, Coco Head District Park, and next Wednesday, April 22nd, testing will be available in Wahiawa. That's going to be at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Now, you don't need insurance for any of these. All of them will be open from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. You see the numbers right on your screen. And again, you don't need insurance. For more information, you can call those numbers with Premier Medical Group. And over on Maui, there will be another round of drive-through testing happening today in Hana. Those testing hours are going to be from 8 in the morning until 3 at the Hana Ballpark. The first hour is strictly for essential workers.
Time now, 7:43 a.m. According to Feeding America, food banks across the state have seen a 40% increase in demand as millions of Americans remain jobless due to COVID-19. As Natasha Chen reports, they don't always have enough supplies to feed those in need.
This bumper-to-bumper traffic wasn't caused by any car accident, nor is it any rush hour commute. For many of the people in these cars, there is no more commute because there's no longer a job, no longer a paycheck. And because of that, with increasing alarm, there is no more food.
So as people are getting furloughed and losing their jobs, they need to get access to food.
Across America, from coast to coast, in red states and blue, in big cities and small towns, are scenes like these. People who can no longer afford to go to the grocery store. People who don't know where their next meal will come from or how they'll pay for it. They're lining up, in many cases for miles, for donations at food banks.
We're seeing a lot of folks out here that have never had to seek food assistance before, so we're very sensitive to that.
This really is going to help us a lot because we don't have no income at all.
No income?
No, none of us is working, and we have kids, and they don't know that we don't have money to support them.
At a time when the word unprecedented is used frequently to describe the pandemic's havoc, these unsettling images do have a precedent, and it's a sobering one. The New York Times editorial board called it the contemporary equivalent of the old black and white images of Americans standing in bread lines during the Great Depression. In some states, the demand has been so great, the National Guard has been called in to help food banks with coordination and distribution.
1,396 Louisiana National Guardsmen who are working on COVID missions. They've helped to package 1.1 million pounds of food at food banks across the state.
Meanwhile, some farmers across the country have been left with no choice but to dump the crops that are typically sold to restaurants that are now closed. Some have tried to donate, like this Wisconsin creamery leaving milk for people to take, but delivering mass quantities of fresh produce in a small window of time before it goes bad is a challenge. The American Farm Bureau, along with the nationwide network of food banks Feeding America, have asked the U.S. Department of Agriculture to streamline a system that connects farms and food banks. But until that happens,
we don't have a buffer. There's no safety net for these folks. There's no savings.
We're likely to see more food going unused and more lines of people that could certainly have used it. Natasha Chen, CNN, Atlanta.
All right. Well, yeah, certainly good to see people supporting local and these food banks stepping up. Well, meanwhile, let's take things back here at home. Allison's got a look at your weekend forecast. How's it looking?
Hey, Tom and Annalisa, and good morning, Hawaii. Right now it's 71 degrees here in Honolulu, and we have light winds for this morning, although we are expecting trades to come in from the northeast around 10 to 15 miles per hour for today. Taking a look at our Doppler radar, we are seeing mostly dry conditions across the state. The highest chance of moisture and clouds and rain will be for those typical windward and mug spots. You can see a little bit of moisture over the Ko'olau mountain range here on Oahu. Maui County also looking relatively dry for this morning, as well as on the Big Island. The highest chance of rain will be for the early morning and evening hours for, again, those windward and Malacca spots because of those trade winds. So it'll be a nice and sunny day and nice weather to enjoy from the safety of your home. As far as our surf goes, though, we have big surf for the north and west facing shores, 12 to 18 footers for the north and 7 to 12 out west. We do have that large west-northwest swell peaking tonight, and the biggest waves for that swell will be seen for Kauai County. We also have a higher chance of box jellyfish for our shores, so just be mindful of that if you are heading out to the beach, with calmer waves for the east and south facing shores. And again, a reminder, we aren't allowed to be on the beach, but we can participate in ocean activities out on the water. Again, easterly winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Our low tide is around 8 o'clock this morning. And so again, today, partly cloudy morning to start the day with a windward shower possible with sunnier conditions for this afternoon. Our daytime high is 85 degrees. And then tonight, mostly clear with another warm evening in store because of those light winds dropping down to 5 to 10 miles per hour. Our overnight low is 70 degrees. Now here is our extended forecast. We have trade winds in store for today with lighter winds rolling in starting Sunday and for the remainder of our week. Lighter winds means it'll be feeling a little bit hotter as well. Our high temperatures reaching the mid-80s. That's a check on your weekend forecast. Back to you.
The Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, helps about 153,000 Hawaii residents buy food, with as many as 1,000 new applicants each day looking for help during the COVID-19 crisis. Joining me now is Brian Donahoe. He is the administrator for benefits over at the Department of Human Services that oversees that program. Good to see you, Brian. Tell us about the eligibility of SNAP. Who is available to apply?
So anyone can apply. In fact, we greatly encourage folks that want to see if they are eligible for the program to apply. It is a needs-based program, meaning that individuals and families that apply need to meet the financial requirements, and that's based on their income and their expenses and the number of individuals in a household. So we have the ability to apply online currently with the division. So in terms of application, and I think it's important, Annalisa, to mention how people do that. So they would have an opportunity to come into the local service centers or local processing centers to apply there with a paper application and drop that paper application off in a drop box at those locations. There are signs in each one of those locations that indicate where folks would drop an application. Also, if an individual has access to a computer and is online, they can, through the department website, they can obtain a fillable PDF, and they're able to then complete that application and submit it to our email address that's located inside the DHS website.
Some of the people that have written to us are concerned about where SNAP is actually accepted.
The way a resident or the way anyone who's a recipient of the program uses those federal funds is through an EBT card, which is effectively a card that has a personal identification number, so they're able to use that PIN at any grocer that has been approved by the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. And so those clients are able to use that to buy food that is approved by the SNAP program, which doesn't include currently, it doesn't include any pre-prepared or hot foods, but it does include all of the normal grocery items that a person would purchase for their food preparation.
There's been kind of this conversation of stigma around people who receive, food stamps and these types of assistance programs. And I've just heard some nightmare stories from people that say that, they are looked down upon because they're using these types of services. What can you say about that?
Those who are first-time users of the SNAP benefit, they're going to look at it with a little bit of hesitation to use the benefit. Again, I'm seeing less stigma than what we would have originally thought, perhaps. And I'm seeing a great degree of, in particular now, a greater degree of understanding that everyone is in a tough spot right now. Those who are having to file for unemployment insurance benefits, those who are having to make ends meet through the financial assistance that we have in the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. So it's a way to make ends meet. It's a way to make sure that your family has food. There shouldn't be any stigma, in particular during a pandemic time. This is a way so that our families are healthy. Some of the grocers are implementing the idea of a curbside ability to get their food to an elderly couple, for example. So they could call in, they could have the order prepared, they could pay for the food that they've ordered with a SNAP card, and then they could be met curbside and have somebody hand them the groceries.
What we've seen with unemployment benefits is just this overwhelmed system. Do you anticipate with this increased demand that you'd be able to meet this kind of increased volume? You know, there's a lot of frustration now that the UI system can't handle all of the applications, and you know, there's not enough funding perhaps because tax dollars are low. Is there a concern that there's enough money for this program?
So there absolutely is. There's enough money for the program, but let me talk to you about it in two ways. One, in terms of the benefit dollars themselves. Absolutely. No question about the continued funding for the benefit. The second part of your question, though, is one that we keep a very close eye on, and that is our ability to determine benefits in a timely and accurate fashion. We're determining eligibility within 1 day and 7 hours of when the application is presented to us. It won't always be so rosy, but the reality is we have done everything possible to leverage our staff capacity across all of the islands to make sure that we're delivering our benefit determinations as quickly as possible.
It is available. It doesn't impact any other stimulus or other programs that they would be part of normally.
If you do have a shortfall in your income, if you have lost your job, if for any reason you feel that you need additional assistance, not only will they get a determination on whether they qualify for the SNAP benefit, but they also have other information in terms of community resources that we can provide. And the other one to mention is dialing 211.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Brian.
Thank you, Annalisa.
And don't go away. Good Morning Hawaii. We'll be back right after the break.
Start your morning with KITV4's Tom George. Weekends on Good Morning Hawaii.
You are the unsung heroes. The ones who stock the shelves and cook our food. Who bring us our mail and groceries. Farmers, fishermen, dock workers and truck drivers. Teachers holding class by computer. And of course, the healthcare workers and first responders. Thank you all for working hard to keep us safe and keep life moving forward. You're not just essential, you're appreciated.
We asked real customers what they really love about Spectrum Internet and TV.
Spectrum Internet has the fastest speeds for everything I do.
There is no turning wheel. It's immediate.
Spectrum's the fastest. Bam.
Get the fastest download speeds with the most reliable performance with Spectrum Internet, delivering starting speeds of 200 megabits. That's more than enough for all your devices for $44.99 a month. Call 643-9555.
I can't get over how much on-demand Spectrum has. I can literally watch a new movie every night.
I got all my shows, and he's got all his shows.
With the Spectrum TV app, I can watch live TV anywhere. It's perfect.
Add Spectrum TV and enjoy more free HD and more free on-demand. Plus, use the Spectrum TV app to watch live TV on the go, all from $44.99 a month. Call 643-9555.
The fact that they don't have contracts, that says a lot about their service.
Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. Install Spectrum services yourself. Get a self-installation kit shipped right to your home. Call 643-9555.
Welcome back. Time now, 7:56. It's time for today's Namea Pono. This morning, we're recognizing two women working hard to feed keiki at Kahalu'u Elementary.
Yeah, here they are. Auntie Cookie on the far left has been serving up smiles for the past 35 years. That's dedication. And Auntie Sandy, third from the left, you see right there, she's the cafeteria manager. Together, they start before the sun even rises to get hundreds of meals ready to go so students can still eat during this pandemic. Great work there. And here at KITV4, we're celebrating the people of Hawaii who, without any prompting, are banding together to support one another during these tough times. And we want to hear those stories. You can share those stories with us so we can feature them on air and online. You can go to kitv.com/Namea, N-A-M-E-A, for more information.
And I know you're getting some suggestions already on our Facebook or our
Instagram Live.
Yeah. Meantime, a reminder that you can catch local artists performing songs from their living rooms to yours tonight, right here on KITV4 for Living Room Live, #Aloha Together. It's a benefit for COVID-19 relief, and the proceeds will be used to give protective equipment to first responders. It airs tonight at 9 and will be simulcast on several iHeart radio stations in Honolulu. And then, of course, you can stay tuned for KITV4 Island News at 10, which airs right after. See you then.
Yeah, some virtual concerts we're seeing all over the place. So now
it's so important because a lot of them lost their ways to reach out to the public, right? They have no venues anymore to perform, but their music still lives on, and everyone's going on to these platforms like Zoom or different online platforms.
And you know, now you can get takeout beer and wine, so you can get your takeout, sit on the couch, and watch the concert hopefully again tonight at 9 right here on KITV. All right, well, thanks for joining us. Our next newscast is tonight at 5. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Aloha, everybody.
Experience the bold, crispy, mouth-watering flavors Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen is serving up in each and every bite, providing closed captioning for KITV4 Island News.
We know our community is facing challenges during these difficult times. Your local Acura dealer is here to help. To keep your vehicles road ready, our service department remains open with service valet for your convenience. Please be safe.
Uncertain times call for dependability. Now more than ever, you rely on your vehicle to be in good, safe running condition. That's why Midas Hawaii is adapting with new drop-and-go services. We are committed to protecting our dedicated staff and you, our loyal customer. Our doors are open for whatever your cars need, because those needs don't stop. For over 50 years, we've been a part of your community. Even in times like these, we're still here for you. Call Midas Hawaii today for your appointment.
Island Style, where we are honored to tell your story every Saturday at 6:30 p.m. right here on KITV. And we are honored to partner with Ward Village and all the locally owned businesses that make Ward Village their home for live, work, and play. That's every Saturday at 6:30 p.m. right here on KITV.